Okay, so today we're talking about creating expressions, and expressions is going to be a big word for us this year. Lots of different varieties of expressions we're going to deal with. But again, remember, we've discussed in class that when we see that word expressions, synonym is math problem. All right, so all we're asking you to do today is to create a math problem. Because again, we're not always going to be presented with our numbers and symbols already organized for us. As you can see by our examples we're going to look at, a lot of times we're just going to be given some sentences or little paragraphs that we need to translate, and that's the goal. So all we're asking you to do today is to create the math problem based on the information you've been given. Okay? And so this is probably our second day of working with expressions. So hopefully some of this will be a review for you. And also please excuse my sloppy handwriting. All right, so our first example here, pretty straightforward translation. The sum of 11 and a number divided by 6. Start circling some things here. We see the word sum. Tells us we're going to have plus. What are we supposed to add? Well, they want us to add 11 and a number. All right, now that little phrase right there, that little fragment, all right, that's kind of a big clue for us. This does not mean we get to pick our own number. Okay, this is telling us that we do not know the second value. All right, it's not given to us. So remember, when we see this, we do not know the number. So for our class and all of your math classes actually, if we do not know a number, we are going to represent that with our variable. Okay, and remember, variable is nothing more than one of our lowercase letters. Your choice. So 11 plus f. So the sum of 11 and f, again, sum means we need the answer to this. So we're going to go ahead and put that in parentheses because we need to answer that. And then divide by 6. That's all we need. That's all we need, because notice we're just creating. Doesn't say anything about solving. Doesn't say anything about substitution. Just create it. Being able to create. That's all we need. Now, we actually have a second option here. We have been, this division sign in class, we've been using the fraction bar. Will represent division also. So another option you may have for this is we could take the 11 plus f, place that in our numerator, divide by 6. We can place that in the denominator. These two expressions are equivalent, so we can run with either one of those. All right, now these last two applications we have here, all right, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to apply to some real life scenarios. Mr. Wolf jogs 2 miles per hour. Write an expression, all right, math problem for how far after h hours. Okay, so again, they want us to build a math problem. We know they want a variable in this one because they're giving it to us. Okay, so h needs to be included. The other number that needs to be included here is the 2. So we know we have a 2 and we know we have an h. All right, what are we supposed to do with those? Well, in class, we talked a lot about this little word per right here. All right. And per is going to carry a significant amount of weight for us as far as these expressions go. But for right now, we've talked in class, when we see that little word per, that is an indication for us that we need to be multiplying. Okay, so we want to go with 2 times h. Again, all we want is the expression, no more, no less. Now, please also notice, okay, we are phasing out the traditional x for multiplication because we are using variables now, and we do not want an x here that could be a variable x or a times sign. So we want to phase it out. And in fact, we've also discussed anytime a number and a letter are right beside each other, that means multiply. So we can even just write this, no symbol at all. Either one of those, completely acceptable. Third case, most advanced case, all right, Finish here. Julie fills 18 bags per minute. Julie filled an additional 50 bags during the week. Write a math problem. Write a math problem for the bags filled in M minutes. Okay, so again, write the math problem. I know we want a variable in here because it's giving us an M right here. They want us to use this particular letter. We've got 18 and we've got 50. All right, so 18 bags. There's one of our context clues, per. So we know that means multiply. So 18 times minutes. How many minutes? M. Okay, we don't know. That's why we're using a variable. We don't know how many minutes she worked. So they want us to use M for that. So 18 times your M. Again, with or without the dot. Either of those would be acceptable. Additional 50, add 50. There's our expression. No answer required, no substitution required, no solving required. Good luck. Hopefully this is enough to get you going on your homework. And as always, please return tomorrow with any questions you may have. Have a good night.